Let me use this opportunity to greet all the listeners and those who are watching as well. My brother, you know there's an adage which goes that the day the last tree dies, the last man also perishes. And so since I don't want human to perish, for us to die, that there's a right for us to consider the importance of the tree. Knowing the very importance of tree, the first and foremost is that tree gives us food. It can be any food. And so apart from tree giving us food, you know the kind of foods that we have: mango, pear, pawpaw, sugarcane, and the rest. We know the value of all these. Then again, shade. You know, years back, there were so much trees on the road that people would not even decide to pick car, rather walk along the street so that they enjoy the shade. But because now almost all trees along the streets are gone, people are compelled to pick car. Apart from the tree giving us shade, then again it also gives us medicine. It's as a medicine. Some of them, such as the mahogany and the rest, the acacia, even mango and guava, these trees serve as medicinal. You remember we used to have something called akokomesa. The whites brought some of these things as food supplement, but then they're also medicinal in nature. And for instance, again, if you put all these things aside, tree also gives us oxygen. You know, we inhale and then exhale, and therefore with the presence of trees around, then we can have good breathing system, which is going to help the chest. Again, if you put this one also aside, it also beautifies our environment. You can imagine trees, flowers here and there around your house. Everybody feels good coming around. Apart from that, you know, these trees, again, when they overlive even their existence, you can even fell it, and then it also give you money. Again, through this tree, we can get enough wood for other wood products or other wood purposes. Again, it also serves as a windbreak. You know, you can imagine putting up your house. With this time around that erosion and other things are taking place, there will be strong winds and it can take off your roof. But if you have trees around and you trim it in such a way that it can break the wind or serve as a protection to your roofing, and so will not experience some of these disasters where not more people have to be called on. Apart from that, it also serves as an erosion check. You see that the tree is there, when it rains, it will fall on the leaves, and then so that if it is falling on the ground, the pressure will be a little bit reduced. But if the rains fall directly on the ground, it can wash off the topsoil. And the moment the topsoil is washed away, it's even going to affect even food production. Apart from this, you know, Bon Ahafo and Sunyani was said to be a forest region and a forest municipality. But today, the Sahara, you think it's far away, it's coming closer and closer. So I'm thinking that if not Techiman, they cannot boast of trees, and therefore the Sahara is drawing nearer. They say that if you see your brother's beard being burned, put down water because it can get closer. So Sunyani, if you want to avoid the Sahara, then there's a need for us to also put up measures in place. And one of the measures is to plant trees around to check some of these things so that at least our environment will be considered for this greening and then its importance to human society. So I'm thinking that if you're able to green our environment, to even serve as a tourist attraction for people to come and even have a look at. And so that is one of my top priority activities that I want to leave behind.